Hello everyone and welcome back to Ravenport. Last time we got busy baling the straw from the oat field, field 23, and we also started the wood chipping exercise, which we had actually started in the session before the last one. But it has proved to be a very long process. So yeah, last time we chopped down some trees, we had a dolly trailer full of wood chips which we sold, and then we also bought a new trailer for our agro truck which we also filled up and sold. But the main sort of learning that I've got out of wood chips is it seems to be quite a bit of effort for not a lot of return. The price did drop quite a bit whilst we were wood chipping last time, and it just takes quite a lot of effort cutting down the trees, chopping them into sizable pieces to be able to put in the wood chipper. And yeah, it was about over an hour's worth of gameplay for only about £5,000 worth of return for the wood chips. So I've had a bit of a change of heart, and as you can tell, I am selling the wood chipper. Make sure it's fully repaired before we sell it, and we're going to get £45,000 back, which is not too far off what we bought it for used. So happy with a little bit of a loss there. But yeah, that is the wood chipper gone. So what are we going to do instead? Well, last time I did mention that we've obviously cut down a lot of trees, we need to clear them. And I thought, well, what might be easier is what I've done with the space I've cleared around the fields of the original farm, is just cut down the trees and load them up on the log trailer and take them to the biogas plant. And I believe, we'll test it out, I believe you get a much better price for the wood you sell at the biogas plant than I would for wood chipping the trees and selling them at the sawmill. So we're going to test that theory out. Just going to take this trailer back to the farm, also the agro truck as well. We're going to put the log trailer on the agro truck, and that's going to come back here as our main vehicle for the afternoon. And we're just going to dash around the field, collecting the logs we already cut down, and then cutting down some more trees and loading them onto the log trailer manually. I will be loading the logs by hand. I don't have a log grab. I know that can also be a difficult exercise when you've got logs that are long and spindly like the ones I've got from base game trees. So yeah, bit of a manual exercise. I will of course be using the lumberjack mod, which gives me extra strength. So appreciate that might not be the most realistic, but we are clearing the base game trees, which yeah are seemingly much more difficult than the trees that are purposed for logging, so the spruce trees and the evergreen trees. Here are all the bales that we created last time from the straw, from the oats. We'll have to collect them up at some point. Get back to the farm. We will swap the agro truck trailer. Yeah, definitely keeping this trailer that we bought last time. It's going to be very useful for harvest time. Taking a large stocks of grain or whatever it might be to the sell point. So yeah, we're definitely going to keep this. If there was anything we got out of last session, it was a good trailer. And that will live here quite neatly. We'll have to put the burr away at some point as well. It was a busy session last time, so haven't had time to tidy up and put stuff away yet, but we'll get stuff cleared towards the end. Cool, so we want to leave the small trailer there. Just going to pull this forward. And I'm just going to take the small trailer. Don't need the large one. Although I've said it now. We'll probably get there and need the large trailer. Oh, we've got a log on there, which is nice. Corn in the main farm field is growing nicely. Cool. So heading back to the new fields now, we'll start loading up the logs that we cut down. And after that, we'll see how many logs we get, take them to the biogas plant, and see what we've got left to do today. I'm not imagining I'll have much time afterwards. Also worth mentioning all the trees I'm cutting down. I'm cutting them down just because they are the base game trees and they sort of are in the way. And I want to really sort of level this area out and make it as best as possible for crops. But yeah, once we've got the field in place and we know the dimensions and everything else, I feel like I will replant some trees to, you know, just to give something back. Cool, so I'm going to load up the ones I've already cut down and then work my way around the field. So, let's get to it. Okay, so I have filled up the log trailer as much as I dare. It looks a bit top heavy, so you have to go easy. But yeah, I'll go empty this at the biogas plant, and then we'll come back and, you guessed it, build some more logs. So you might be thinking, in previous sessions if you've watched, I've used this trailer as the autoloader for wood. It can autoload wood. However, I have tried it auto-loading sort of base game tree logs, and short answer is it doesn't load them very well. It puts them in not straight, and then although it doesn't look like there are trees catching outside the trailer, if you're driving along, an imaginary sort of tree sticking out will catch against that car on the side or on the telegraph pole on the right and stop the trailer dead. So loading them manually, although it takes time, is the best way to avoid that. Yeah, it does take time. It's nearly 3 o'clock already. So let's see what we get here. So 32,000. And in comparison, I think if we were to do wood chips with all those trees, we maybe would have filled, let's be fair and say 2 full articulated trailer loads. So, well, nearly 100,000, 96,000 litres that would have been. And I reckon, based on yesterday's prices, or last session's prices, we would have only got £10,000 for that, for both trail loads. So to have £32,000 from the logs just goes to show that you're going to get a better price at the biogas plant. So that's where we're going to go. It was good to try the wood chip process for sure, and I think there are some applications for wood chips in other aspects of the game. So I think you can use wood chips for bale dryers, so where you collect up grass, for example, and you can get a bale dryer which will dry it for hay. So yeah, you put wood chips into that as the input, and the heat generated from, I guess, burning the wood chips gives you the hay. But yeah, we're not doing that. When we want hay, we ted it, we mow the grass, we ted it, it dries in the sun, and then we bale it. So we don't need it. So yeah, good to try wood chips for, I guess, the game experience, if that's what you'd call it. But yeah, we'll stick to what's more lucrative, which is logging, either at the sawmill or at the biogas plant. If these were proper logs from a tree that we'd created a forest to harvest, we'd of course take them to the sawmill. But because these are basic and boggo trees, we're just going to take them to the biogas plant. Cool, so I'm going to get as much as I can loaded, and then we'll see where we're up to. Okay, so another trailer filled up, slowly getting there, and yeah, we've got a few trees over that end to clear, and then come back, probably fill another trailer load, and then I think we'll be done with all the trees we've cut down. Then there's a few down this end and in the centre that we need to take. Bit of a shortcut through here. So another 23,500. Not too shabby. I think I did a wheelie then. Oh, definitely got some air there as well. This is a rallying aggro truck. Cool. Here we go again. Oh, so that is the third and probably the final load for today, as it's 5 o'clock. We may be able to come back and have some tree downs, we'll see. Yeah, some of the logs are quite difficult to spot in the long grass. I have to jump around like a madman to try and see them. I'm pleased we have cleared the trees we said we were going to clear. And the trees that we cut down. Get these sold. And see where we want to go next. Also, I don't know if the price is decreasing. I think that load was smaller, but we seem to be taking less each time. So only 14,000 for that. But we did have a smaller load and sort of smaller trunks as well. So. So we are going to take this tree down and the one behind it and then the two in the middle. We'll keep going till 6 o'clock and see how far we get. Okay, so fourth trailer this is. Oh, just lost a wee log off the back. Just a little one. There we go. Cool, so we'll get this to the biogas plant and then I think we're going to call it a day there, to be honest with you. Oh, agro truck is stuck. So I think that is the branch, the invisible branch that's catching. If maybe won't notice, but because it'll be in time lapse. But when I was loading one of the branches, there was just some random invisible object. Oh, that's a bit too steep. There was some random invisible branch sticking out of the trailer, which wouldn't then let me load it nicely. So I think that is what is catching on. Yeah, there we go, something's just got caught. I need to give space on the right. Oh, so match that, sell it, one straggler. Cool, so 20,300 for the last load of the day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the agro truck and the log trailer in the new field. Next session we're going to have to clear some trees here, and then I'm hoping we're going to be able to get harvesting the corn in this field. The corn should then hopefully be ready in our farm field. It's on its way there, nearly final growth stage. So we can harvest this corn and this corn at the same time. We'll have some sugar beet to harvest, so we'll have to get the materials for that. And then we'll have to crack on with our plan of expanding the fields. Get these trees out of the way. Clearing of trees really is a hard slog, and once it's done, it'll be nice to get this field up and running how we want it. Yes, probably quite a few time lapses there, but I hope you enjoyed. We, rather than wood chipped our logs, we collected them all up by hand using our Arnold Schwarzenegger strength, and took them to the biogas plant. And yeah, still got a few more to do, but I'm going to leave it there. As always, any tips or advice, feel free to leave a comment, and any likes and subscribes are much appreciated. So, see you next time. Cheers. Bye bye.